Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Fred Oakman. I'm a co-host of your favorite PlayStation podcast called PS This Is Awesome, a PlayStation podcast. We're available on all your favorite streaming platforms. We've been doing it for a very long time. Myself and my buddy Jake Peters, we've been doing video game talks for 162 episodes. It's crazy. It's all PlayStation related. And what we're taking a look at here today is Hitman 3, the opening scene cinematic put on the PlayStation YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys are a big Hitman fan. I know I'm not personally really a big fan or anything. I've played some of the games. I have limited experience with them. But I do like the idea of them. It's just, I don't know. I'm not always sold on it. When I play them, I'm into it. I'm probably not the best person to be doing this reaction trailer. But let's take a look at the cinematic. And I only say that because when I play stealth games, I always get fucking seen. Every single time. Excuse my language, but I always get seen. And no matter how easy it is to hide, for some reason, I always screw up and I always get caught. So the Hitman games are really stressful for me to play. But I do appreciate what they do. So I do play them occasionally, but I'm not very good at them. So let's leave it at that. Let's take a look at this opening scene cinematic, like I said, and then afterwards we'll talk about it real quick, and we'll go from there. This is also an IO interactive game, and this is up on the PlayStation YouTube channel, so let's take a look.
Look closer. In the shadows, behind the everyday world,
Looks great.
beyond the headlines and the seats of power,
Looks like gameplay, though, to be
a
honest.
hidden hand. A kind of company known as
There he is.
Providence.
He's got Desert.
To it, we were just assets to use and throw away, to do the unthinkable, the unforgivable, and it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47.
right.
Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its three partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
Who's piloting the plane, I want to know. Who'd they pay off? All right. Yeah, it looks cool. That's a cool little trailer. It kind of sets things up for everybody. So what I was thinking, and we'll put this on. I'll talk a little bit about the game, what I saw, what I know. So this is like one of those things where Hitman's supposed to be like invisible, right? Like no one's supposed to really know that he exists. He's supposed to be this awesome like Hitman guy,
Behind the everyday
not by choice, you know. It's just what he
the
is.
headlines and the seats of power.
See, some of this stuff, like right here, this looks like it's in-game rendered. It doesn't look like a super fancy, like Warcraft kind of cinematic trailer. This all looks like it's in-game engine. So the cinematic, while it is an opening cinematic, the game, you can probably expect it to look this good, I would imagine. But I don't know. And this is also the game that's coming to PSVR, but you have to play it on the PS4 to have the PSVR capabilities. That's a whole different talk, so we're not going to get into that. But it PS5 probably is where it's going to look the best, I would imagine. But let's keep looking. Now that doesn't look so much in-game, but it does a little bit still. That doesn't.
Known as
It's hard to tell. Graphics are getting so good, it's hard to tell what's like a legit cinematic or what is cinematic footage of the in-game engine. If you follow what I mean. Like, so the graphics are getting so good that sometimes it's very difficult to tell. Like, that looks like gameplay. That could easily be gameplay.
To it, we were just
Except you don't ever drive in Hitman games, but
assets to use and throw away, to do the unthinkable.
this game looks cool.
Unforgivable.
I hope it does
And it
well.
never
They've
gave
put a
us
lot
a
of love
second
into the
to
Hitman
live.
franchise and the series, and they created it. And
Two.
the thing that's interesting is I think they're working on a
Decades
007
in the
game right now.
shadows.
IO Interactive.
We are fighting
IO
back.
Interactive. Sorry, that was redundant of me to say that.
And 47.
But the other thing that I thought was kind of cool, like when they're in this plane, I was like thinking, who's piloting this plane? Is it just these two dudes? Because the plane's on autopilot. How's it going to land? And the other thing is like what would have made this trailer a little more awesome would have been if they offed the pilot. And then as they jump out, you see the plane just tank, because these guys are just, they're a wrecking crew and they don't want to be known. They don't want to be seen, and they're on a mission. Like, they're getting ready to jump out, right? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. They're getting ready to jump
Look
out.
towards the future.
47. It's time.
Unless they snuck onto the plane. Maybe you had to sneak onto it. Maybe it's already a bad guy plane. Who knows? Who knows? But like where they're jumping out like this, like where there's like, yeah, like this scene. If the plane, you just see it tanking in the background, that'd be funny. Oh, that would have been really cool, actually. Anyways, this game looks cool. Let me know if you guys like Hitman. Let me know if it's something you guys are into. And make sure to check into the show. Jake and I, like I said, I was doing a lot of these reaction trailers. I got some people watching, some people interacting with me. It was fine. It was great, but I'm a full-time musician. We also do the podcast every week, and I also have a real job. So we're really, really busy people, and I wanted to take some time here and maybe start doing some more of these trailer reactions. To be quite honest, I'm not like a super technical person, so getting this set up to work and make it easier, make it more time efficient for me, it was difficult, and it took me a while to get my settings back up. But now that I have them up, I'll probably do a couple more of these every once in a while. So make sure to like the channel. Once we get to however many, the more people that like the channel, the more people that are going to see it, because that's the way the algorithms work. So make sure you like it if you like the content. And don't forget to check out the podcast, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in.